Hey guys, it's Jordan here. We've got approximately 17 books on this TBR, so strap in. Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. It's a Hardback Life. My name is Jordan, and I'm going to give you my March TBR today. I know it's 10 days late, but hey, whatever. I feel like I give you guys my TBRs later in the month anyway. But so here's keeping with that trend. But yeah, like I said before, 17 books are going to be on this TBR. I honestly had such a hard time deciding what I wanted to read. Now, some of the books I did decide for sure. Like, there are some that were for surezies, because, let me be honest with you, there are some books that I wanted to read last year that are on this list, but I didn't get the chance to finish them. And so I'm going to read them now because their sequels come out next month, or within the next few months. So before we get started, I did finish 2 at the beginning of the month. I finished Michelle Williams' book Checking In, which is it's like a self-help book about mental illness. It's called Checking In: How Getting Real About Depression Saved My Life and Can Save Yours. Now, this book I read basically at the right time, because February was such a struggle for me, especially with my mental health, and reading this kind of really helped me out. And I'm definitely going to take some of the pointers from Michelle Williams herself, some of the advice she gave. And then, you guys, the next book that I read was a graphic novel. I don't usually read graphic novels, but I'm going to change that because I've had so much fun reading the one series I'm reading right now. And that series is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This is volume 2. Volume 1 I read last month and is on my shelf right now. I've been loving that series. And again, I want to say a shout out to Hannah Azarang, who is also a fellow booktuber. Her channel name is A Clockwork Reader. This reading journal has been saving my life, especially when it comes to keeping track of my books that I'm reading. Oh my gosh. And also, it's been helping me read more and faster and more efficient. I'm already on my 10th book of the year, which is amazing for me. So the first book technically the third book that we are reading, but the first book that I'm going to show you for this official TBR is Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. This is the second book in the Infernal Devices trilogy, which is my all-time favorite trilogy ever. And this is my third time reading this series, so I have been loving being in this world. My gosh, I love all the characters so much. Basically, if you don't know what this is about a girl named Tessa Gray who comes to London to meet her brother, but it ends up being a trap. She ends up being stuck with these women called the Dark Sisters, who are warlocks. And they're basically trying to get her to do something that she knows not of. She basically has a power where she can she's a shape changer. And she does not know that until the Dark Sisters basically force her to use her power. And in the midst of all that, she gets saved by this species called the shadow hunters, which are people who are half human, half angel. If you're familiar with Mortal Instruments or anything like that, that's the same kind of thing because it's shadow hunters. But this is obviously set in the 19th century, and which I love that era. But yeah, so she gets saved by a group of shadow hunters, and she gets protected by them because a certain character I won't say much about is after her and has a vendetta against the shadow hunters. That's all I will say. But it's my favorite series of all time, so I definitely encourage you to pick up any of Cassandra Clare's series. You can start with Mortal Instruments, but I would say start with Infernal Devices because that's like the beginning, not the beginning of where Shadowhunter started, but like this is the first series because it's set in the 19th century. So yeah, if you want to read them in chronological order of the years, anyway. But yeah, this is my favorite series, and this is book number 2. I think I'm going to wait to read book number 3 next month. Okay, this next book is a thriller called The Paris Apartment. It's a new release by Lucy Foley. She's written so many books. I have not read a book by her, and I absolutely love thrillers. So I thought I'd give this one a go. And then this is about a girl named Jess. And it says, Jess needs a fresh start. She's broke and alone, and she's just left her job under less than ideal circumstances. Her half-brother Ben didn't sound thrilled when she asked if she could crash with him for a bit. But he didn't say no, and surely everything will look better from Paris. Only when she shows up to find a very nice apartment could Ben really have afforded this. He's not there. The longer Ben stays missing, the more Jess starts to dig into her brother's situation, and the more questions she has. And then, from what I've read further in the synopsis, looks like his neighbors are the prime suspects. So this is going to be an interesting novel, and my first thriller by Lucy Foley. So I'm really excited about this, and it's a Book of the Month copy. Okay, this next one, I kind of feel bad about this next one because I was supposed to read it last month for Black History Month. Never happened because I did not stay true to my TBR, and that's my bad. The Cost of Knowing by Brittany Morris. This is about a boy who has the power of premonition. And in his situation, it kind of sucks because almost everything he touches, he has a premonition and he can't control it. And there's one premonition in particular that he's frightened of, and it's a premonition of his brother dying. And so throughout the whole book, he tries to figure out a way to stop his brother's death from happening. And I'm really excited about reading this. I've heard a lot of great things. So, yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, this book that I'm about to show you is a middle grade, and it's a middle grade fantasy. It's the second book of an 8-book series by Jenny Nemo, and it's called Charlie Bone and the Time Twister. First book was called Midnight for Charlie Bone, and it's the Children of the Red King is the series. This is about a boy named Charlie Bone who finds out that he is gifted. And his main ability is being able to hear the voices in photographs. And it's really crazy. Yeah, he'll just look at a photograph and it just animates, and he literally sees the past in the photograph. It's really cool. Really unique gift, and it's helped him a lot in the first book. And he goes to this school called Bloor's Academy, so it's a little similar to Harry Potter, but different. Yeah, the vibes for Harry Potter are kind of there, but like I said, it's really different. Um, I'm definitely gonna probably do a review on the first book, and or just my thoughts on the series once I get more into the series. Okay, the next book I'm going to talk about is a book that I have not made a dent in since I think like December, and I feel very bad about this. And that book is Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. I am on page 196. I remember what page I'm on because I don't know I just remember. But yeah, I haven't been reading this book since December, and I've been wanting to pick it up, but other books keep gaining my attention. So, I'm sorry. But yeah, I definitely need to make a dent. I don't know if I'm going to finish this book at the end of the month, but I know I'm going to get further in it, and I might finish it in April. Okay, the next book I want to talk about is a book that is, well, the trilogy has been a buddy read this past couple months in the Oasis Discord, and that trilogy is the Broken Earth Trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. This is book number 1, 5th season. I was supposed to read it last month as well for Blackathon. Did not quite get to it. I've heard this is told in second person, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think I've ever read. No, I might have read a book in second person. It's been a long time. I don't know. But yeah, this book is written in second person, and I definitely want to read this because, I mean, it's all 3 books were like given the Hugo Award, so we'll see. Okay, this next book, um, actually, this next book has really been on my radar ever since I heard about it, and so I decided to get it from Book of the Month when it was available, and that is A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. This is about a guy who has a unique ability of finding missing people, and all he requires is just one object. And the person that goes missing is a well-known author who writes children's books. And what our main character finds, is more mysterious than what he would have thought. And this is like how this book is described, at least like genre-wise, is like historical fiction meets magical realism. I think, I believe so. Yeah. So This has been one book that's been on a lot of people's radars, and it's become a favorite. So I definitely can't wait to read this. Okay. So, like I said, I read Heartstopper Volume 2 at the beginning of the month. And Heartstopper Volume 3, you guys, I have been falling in love with this graphic novel series by Alice Oseman. This is about uh, Ben, or no. This is about 2 characters named Charlie and Nick, who are basically navigating a relationship that they build throughout the graphic novels. um, and they're in high school. So it's very cute and very fun. And the second book had a lot of drama, so I was just like, whoa. I've been enjoying it though. I've been thoroughly enjoying this graphic novel. I definitely recommend it that everybody pick it up. It's great. I love all the characters, even the ones that I dislike with a passion because they're evil. But yeah, great graphic novel. Definitely pick it up, you guys. The next books are like a twofer because it's the last two books in a series, and that is Good Girl, Bad Blood and As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is a trilogy. The first one is called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is the name of the series. And basically, in the series, we follow a girl named Pippa Fitzamobi. Her name's Pippa, and Fitzamobi is like hyphenated as her last name. Anyway, she is a high school student, and she's on her senior year, and she's doing a capstone project, which is like the big project that, like kind of like a research paper type of thing. And she basically chose to do her project on a murder slash kidnapping that happens 5 years prior to the first book. About a girl named Andy who goes missing and is presumably found dead. And her boyfriend is the prime suspect. But her boyfriend turns up dead like a few days after she goes missing. And that's not a spoiler, that's part of the synopsis. And so she sets out on a journey in the first book to prove his innocence, because she doesn't believe that he did it. And the second and the third book expand from that, like pushing the story even more. So I can't wait to finish this series. This series has been mind-blowing. If I were to compare it to anything, I would say Truly Devious, because it's got that dark academia, murder mystery type thing going for it. And obviously the main character, who is very, very into crime and all that kind of stuff. Great series. I definitely recommend it. I need to get my butt in gear and finish the second book and the third book so that I can have another series done. Okay, this next book I've been waiting for an opportunity to read, and I'm glad my friend Kisti from Kisti Reads basically has given me the opportunity, because her Discord, the Atlantis Discord, is doing this book for a buddy read, and that is A Discovery of Witches. I don't know too much about this book, except it's about witches, and I love reading about witches, so sign me up. So I'm glad I'm jumped on this chance to read this book this month, as well as join my friend Kisti's Discord. If you want more information on the Discord and how to join, definitely check out her channel. I will link it down in the description. Yeah, she's great. Definitely check out her channel. Okay, these next two books are by authors who have been recommended to me by friends of mine here on BookTube. First one I want to talk about is Waking Fire by Anthony Ryan. This is the first book in a trilogy called the Draconis Memoria. I don't really know too much about this series, and I'm going to go into it blind. I really want to get to this one this month, so I'm hopefully going to prioritize this one. So definitely so I can talk to Trinity about it. And I will link Trinity's channel down in the description below as well, She's also super fantastic and a great friend of mine. Also, a book that I want to read before next month, because the second book comes out, is Shadow of the Gods. Now, this is another one that Trinity read, but she didn't necessarily like. And I can see why when I was reading it. I got 170 pages in. This is a very character-driven novel, which I do enjoy character-driven novels. But I also discovered that I really do need some sort of a plot. But I really do want to finish this to see if I like it as a whole. And if I do like it, I'm going to buy the second book next month. Oh, this is like Norse mythology type book where there's Vikings and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, we have 4 books left on this list, you guys. 4 books that I want to get to. So this is kind of a hefty TBR, like I said. Daughter of Smoke and Bone. So this is another one that Kisti is reading over on her channel. Well, she's already read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This is book 1 of Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. She's reading along with Books with V. That's Vish. You definitely should check out her channel as well, because she's fantastic. They're already reading book 2 for their read along, and the live show for book 1 is already up. You can go watch that. And then the live show for book 2 is going to happen sometime this month. I believe so. Definitely go check on her channel to get more information on that. But this is Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Don't know too much about it, except obviously Laini Taylor is the author, and she wrote Strange the Dreamer, which I also need to get finished. Okay, our second to last book is a sci-fi called Hyperion. As far as I know about this book, I started reading it randomly at Barnes & Noble, and I really liked what I was reading. It's about a group of 6 or 7 people who were chose to go on a mission to stop this monster or something like that on another planet. So I'm really excited about that. This is Hyperion by Dan Simmons, and this is this is also another Hugo Award winning series. So I'm looking forward to finishing this book because I've already started it. So this next one, I don't have, or the cover is somewhere else. Where's the cover? The dust jacket. I had it in my line of sights. I don't know where I put it. But this is Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. I was originally reading it last year with my friends Trinity, and then another friend that I met via Shelf Space Discord. They finished the book. I never did. And I'm really disappointed in myself for that. So I gotta get my butt in gear and finish this, because the second book comes out this summer. And the last book that I may not prioritize, but I do want to eventually get to it, so it's on this TBR anyway, is Serpent and Dove. This is about a witch and a witch hunter who are thrust into marriage and stuff like that. This is a trilogy. I'm going to push through this series because I remember I started reading it. I got 60 pages in and I DNF'd it because I was just like, I don't know. But this is like I said, this is about witches as well. So, let's hope I like it and then continue on with the series. Anyway, you guys, I know that was a huge TBR, but I'm gonna try and finish, if uh, if not all the books, a lot of the books, because yeah, I just need to do that. But thanks for watching, you guys. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. That would mean so much to me, and it'll also help me out a lot. And it'll help you get more connected with my channel, and whenever I post a video, you'll be notified. Anyway, you guys, I hope to see you later. Bye.